Welcome to my kitchen, guys. Time to turn up the heat. Here are two Michaels who are determined to get me beat. Please welcome Chef Michael Simon.
Going down, baby.
And Chef Michael Voltaggio. I know Michael Voltaggio, we competed on Iron Chef together, and Michael Simon is one of my best friends in the world. He knows my weaknesses inside and out. What's up, boys?
We're just ready to whoop you.
I'm tired of you.
You will lose today in one way, shape, or form. If anybody sees Bobby walking around with a limp on the next episode of Beat Bobby Flay.
Why is it always gotta get physical? You guys are making me feel a little uncomfortable right now. It's ridiculous. I don't know if you're gonna fight or if it's just a bromance. Somewhere in the middle. All right, let's get down to business. Who do you got?
Bobby, our first contender, has been credited with being one of the best hotel chefs in America. Please welcome Executive Chef Todd Hall.
I actually cook Southwest food in the Southwest.
Whoa. That hurt me. Our next contender started conquering the Arizona food scene at just 15 years old. Please welcome Executive Chef Brian Archibald. Todd, Brian, welcome. I know you guys are both here to take me down tonight, but first, you have to go through each other. You will have 20 minutes to make one ingredient the star of your dish, and that ingredient is Italian jarred tuna in extra virgin olive oil.
Bottled tuna would not be my first choice, but if you're a great chef, you should be able to do anything with anything.
I've run many kitchens with Mediterranean concepts, so I've had that same ingredient on many menus.
The two Michaels behind me are the ones to impress, because they'll taste your dish and decide which one of you goes up against me in round two. All right, guys, you're gonna have 20 minutes. Stay focused. Ready? Go.
I'm going to make a tuna tostada with guacamole and a bacon-wrapped mango with poblano chilies.
I'm making an olive oil poached tuna with romesco sauce, pickled celery, and pandemi breadcrumbs.
All right, Brian, what did you think when you saw the jar of tuna?
I was actually really excited.
It's such a pure ingredient. I mean, it's very easy to, like, overthink it. How are you gonna make sure you don't do that?
By keeping focus on it.
You're not talking to me.
Nah.
Todd, he's got some good-looking stuff over here, buddy.
He's a nice guy, too. That's what makes it so
that's
hard.
what really sucks.
It's not a personality contest. Any intel? Yeah, Todd's actually got some bold flavors, so I hope that the tuna can still be the star. Brian's dish, on the other hand, feels a little more safe, but refined.
Less than 5 minutes, guys.
I love whoever that is.
I mix fresh pomegranate and pomegranate molasses with some chipotle chili.
2 minutes.
I have to start plating. So I started laying down my romesco sauce and tuna, and I top it with the pickled celery, radish, breadcrumbs, and fresh watercress.
I'm starting with this crispy tortilla, add crema, romaine, guacamole, the tuna, pomegranate molasses, and then garnish it with my bacon-wrapped mango.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to the last second.
I look over and Todd has all these bold flavors. I actually get a little bit worried if I might have been too reserved with my plate.
When I see Brian's plate, it's nothing more than fish and some herbs. So I'm certain I'm going to the next round.
So we need to pick the chef that's gonna beat Bobby Flay today.
And it's really all gonna come down to what you guys did with the tuna to make it the star of your dish. Chef Todd, you wanna tell us about your dish?
I have tuna tostada with guacamole, crema, and mango.
Everything's seasoned well, there's good balance, there's heat, and texturally, you've got a lot of really good things going on here. But the tuna needs to stand out, and so you've got all these big, bold flavors. It's hard for that tuna to just shine.
You could feel the food that you love in the dish, the great guacamole and pomegranates, but you kind of had two separate dishes. The flavors are delicious, but I don't understand how it connects with the tuna. Chef Brian, tell us a little bit about your dish.
I have prepared olive oil poached tuna with romesco, pickled celery, and then pandemi breadcrumbs.
You kept the flavors very clean, and I think the dill plays very nicely with the tuna. Romesco underneath has a little bit of pop, and the pickled celery gives it acidity. But I think it could have used more breadcrumbs just to add more texture.
Visually, it looked good. Clearly, you've worked with the ingredient before because you definitely used restraint. Maybe you used a little too much restraint in the seasoning. They showcase the tuna in very different ways, so it's just up to both of the Michaels.
The chef that we chose to move on and beat Bobby Flay is Chef Brian.
I'm disappointed I didn't get to cook with Bobby, but I cooked some damn good food.
Brian, you respected the ingredient, you kept it clean, you kept it simple. I don't know what you're gonna choose to cook against him, but my hope is that it's something that he has never made in his life.
Brian, congratulations. This is the big stage. You gotta put your big boy pants on now, okay? Well, why don't we get to it? What is your signature dish today?
My signature dish is steak torta.
Steak torta. Like that. Torta. You wanna look it up?
I swear to God, you're lucky this table's here. I know what a torta is.
For fairness, we can't be the judges.
Instead, 3 industry experts are gonna do a blind taste test.
So you have 45 minutes. Time starts now.
So, how you feeling about our guy?
I gotta say, his food looks pretty on point. It looks like he's got the goods to win this. Just Bobby always comes out with something in the end.
Right now, it's time for my secret weapon, crispy chicken skin. I dredge it in all-purpose flour and put it in the fryer. I'm just hoping that it has enough time. Get crispier, go home.
I have all my condiments ready to go. It's torta time. I'm using a Kaiser roll, which is sort of a soft roll. I'm gonna take a lot of the insides out. I'm gonna toast both sides.
It's very important to get this bread toasted quickly with some fresh butter.
35 seconds.
I really need to start building this sandwich. On the bottom, I layer on the avocado mayo. I top that with the cabbage. Next, I'm gonna add skirt steak and then top it all off with crispy chicken skin.
I'm going to put the green chili romesco on both sides of the bread, a little bit of the avocado goat cheese spread on top of the steak, pickled red onions, and some arugula.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That looks great. Time's up, and Brian has certainly stuffed a lot of ingredients into his torta, but doesn't mean it's better.
Bobby made a filet burger and not a steak torta. It makes me feel confident about my dish.
Congratulations. That was an amazing battle to watch. But now it's time to meet your judges. Chef and restaurateur, Julian Medina. The chef and owner of Food Matters, Trisha Williams. And the chef owner of The Little Beat, Franklin Becker.
Judges, as you know, it's a blind taste test, so please start with the first steak torta in front of you.
The biggest surprise I got was the crispy chicken skin inside. It reminded me of when I used to put potato chips in my bologna sandwich when I was a kid, but it's an overwhelmingly big sandwich.
The flavors come together really well. The meat is perfectly cooked, but it's a lot of bread.
Great choice of meat. The skirt steak is just juicy and tender. The cabbage is delicious, but it's a little burnt in the top, the bread, and it was a little bit messy.
All right, you guys, if you could switch your plates and try the second torta.
Compared to the first dish, this is really the more appropriate portion size that would want to be served. But the softness of the filet and the softness of the Kaiser roll, there's just not a lot of texture going on.
The poblano romesco is very flavorful, and the pickled red onions add a lot of freshness. But I think you need something fattier than filet mignon.
The flavors are fantastic, and I love the vegetable presence, but there's a lot of things going on. When you eat it all together, it's just a little bit too much.
All right, judges, it's come that time. Gotta get a vote.
I like my torta, but I think that Brian's is really good. It's gonna come down to a matter of taste.
All right, guys, the judges have voted.
And the winner is... Chef Brian.
Great job. Yo, we're not done.
This is a really good sandwich.
Is this his?
Oh, his is, yeah.
That's good.
I chose this sandwich because the layering, the chicken skin, seriously game changer.
When my girls see this, it'll show that they can make it really far in any career they choose.